If you're a Montrealer, or you've ever even been to Montreal, then you're familiar with orange traffic cones, or construction cones, or those things that just happen to be on every single street corner, on every single road in this friggin' city. All in all, orange cones are basically the worst. And what makes them even worse is that we don't even own them. As a city, they're not even our cones. We rent them from a privately owned company, and we pay something like $1 or $2 per cone every single day. Let that sink in for a second. Think about that. We rent. The city is littered in orange cones. Everywhere you go, that's all you see. And yet we don't even own them. We rent them and we pay for those things, and they just sit there. Like, there's some, I'm looking out my window right now, I could see 4 cones that have not been touched or moved in probably 4 months, and yet we're paying for them on a daily basis. So look, I'm not claiming that I'm gonna come in and be able to change absolutely everything right away. I know that it's a slow process, and I know that the construction and the cones are not just gonna go away immediately, but let's at least make them useful. So my idea is, if we're gonna have the cones, let's at least do something with them. I was thinking we could sell advertising space on them. Since they're gonna be everywhere and visible to everyone, we may as well turn them into little baby billboards and generate a bit of revenue while they're just sitting there. Or another idea I had is, let's plant little plants in the tops of them. A, it's nice, it's appealing. B, helps the environment, helps the air, helps the people breathe. You know how people love to breathe. Or my favorite option is, let's call on the tech community of Montreal to figure out a way to turn all of these cones that are sitting throughout the city and turn them into Wi-Fi signals. A citywide Wi-Fi would be extremely useful, and I know a lot of people would benefit from that. That's why I love the idea of these traffic cones at least doing something for us while they're sitting there being useless. At least emit some sort of Wi-Fi signal so that everywhere we go, wherever there's an orange cone, which is unfortunately everywhere, at least everywhere you go, you could check your Instagram and look at models with big butts and delicious hamburgers. All in all, if they're not going away, let's at least use them properly. Let's at least invest in them. Let's maybe own the cones and not rent them from someone else who makes a ton of money off of this city's inability to run itself. Let's make orange cones our friends rather than our enemies.